Nikola Jokic, he had, I think, one of the most absurd stat lines I've seen ever following the NBA. He had 35 points, 22 rebounds to go with 17 assists against the Kings.
The Joker was just feasting, wasn't he? He had every single Kings player in his back pocket. It didn't matter who they put on him. He was just feasting. And when you get that many rebounds against Domas, Tims, you just don't see it, mate. You just do not see it. No, absolutely ridiculous. This just solidifies his case for MVP, doesn't it? Here's everyone saying that SGA's running away with it. I know you think SGA might win it, Tims. You're not quite as passionate as others. You take it much with a non-biased view, I would say. But God, he's the best player in the world, isn't he?
Barn, this is the week. My mind has changed. Nikola Jokic is going to win the MVP this season. I'm telling you now. I'm on board the Jokic train for sure.
Good man.
I can't believe the odds now. The odds are so in Shai's favour, but I really don't see it that way. Jokic's stats this season, just to reiterate, 30.1 points a game, 13.2 rebounds to go with 9.9 assists. He's going to average a triple-double. I'm sure he will. The record's getting there for the Nuggets as well. That was the big point earlier this season. They're in the play-in spots. Now they're well in the playoff spots and looking well above 500. I think they have a good chance of taking the 2 seed, actually, by the end of the season. But like I say, Barn, Jokic for me is the MVP this year, and I actually did some maths. He's obviously got 3 MVP awards already.
Yeah.
And if you take his averages from those 3 MVP seasons, he averaged 26 points, 12 rebounds, 8.5 assists. This season, he's averaging 3.5 more points, 1 rebound extra, and 1.5 more assists per game than his 3 MVP seasons on average. I mean, he's playing by far the best basketball of his entire career. He has to be the MVP this year.
Tims, I knew you'd come around, mate. I knew you'd come around. Also, what I didn't realise, he's 3rd in steals for the entire league. And like you said, Nuggets have won 8 of their last 9 now. You can really see them surging. I would struggle to not see them at least at the 3 seed come the end of the season. Great to see Westbrook fitting in with Jokic too. Westbrook just makes Jokic a lot better. He feeds off him, and Westbrook feeds off Jokic too. It's just Nuggets are a great watch at the moment, Tims. They're one of my favourite teams in the league at the moment. It's great.
Yeah, they are a great watch, Barn, and it wasn't long ago that we were saying they need to make a trade. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. was really in the rumour mill, wasn't he? They were going to flip him, apparently. But now they seem to have a good team with Westbrook and Jokic really gelling, as you say. Murray's had a few big games last few weeks as well. And yeah, I like their playoff chances more and more as time goes by. Just coming back to that Kings game, Jokic, his 35 points and 17 assists, he was responsible for 79 points by points or assists in a single game. Just unbelievable, Barn. I can't get over it.
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous, Tims. Absolutely ridiculous. No, you're right, Tims. Mate, me especially, I was coming for Michael Porter Jr.'s head. I thought they had to get rid of him. They had to get Zach LaVine at least to be in with a chance of contention. But no, Murray's played himself into shape as well, hasn't he? What healthy competition to have when you're then going to have 2 guys playing as well as they possibly can. Westbrook, as the former MVP, I still think Russ is one of the best players ever, at least one of the most exciting players of my childhood to watch. And Murray, watching him play like this in the reg season is nice.
I know I talk about it every week, but I've obviously checked the B-Ball Ref MVP tracker again, Barn. Jokic, I think he was in the late 50% last week to win MVP. Currently 63%. I really am on board now. I think Jokic is going to be the MVP this year. I think voter fatigue is a great saying, which you mentioned last week, is such a real thing. People want a new MVP, but Jokic is, as you say, the definition of the most valuable player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, slam that down, Tims.